Well, hi there, welcome to a new video. It's a shorter video this week. Now, this is also a writing video, although, as you can see, there is now word processor here. This is my tablet, and today we're looking at this in portrait mode, so apologies, you're not getting the full screen experience. So this is another horror comic. I've mentioned that we're writing two at the same time, and we've got two different writing styles. So the first writing style was the folk horror one, where we've got a full script. We meticulously plan what's on each page and what people say, and we craft the narrative over numerous drafts. And this one, it's a bit more pantsy, it's a bit more loose. I've actually just started sketching sequentials. The idea is we'll work out the dialogue and exactly what the story is when we letter it, which is it's not my normal working practice, let's put it that way. So we start off with an implied pan. So we've got the top panel here where we see the top of the trees and a bit of a mountain. We've put some captions over that, and then we sort of pan down. We sort of then move amongst the trees, and we can see a forest clearing. And in the forest clearing, we see a man poking his head round a tree. A reverse view of the man. He's got his rifle, and he's decked out as a hunter. So he's going to be wearing orange. In America, when they go hunting, apparently you have to wear something that's visible so that you don't get shot by other hunters. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sell this idea that he's trying to get back to camp. Something is chasing him, and he is already in fear of his life. We're starting the story in media res, which sort of like means in the middle of the action. Okay, we'll do a few close-ups. I've been walking for a bit. He's got scratches on his arm, which he also needs to look at. So he definitely needs to get back to his tent. Then needs to get back to his camp, and then we see the camp is all trashed. So scrabbling around in the remains of his camp, he finds his first aid kit. We put a close up of him sort of tying a bandage around his arm, and we have a tree snap, and we have this is I'm not like very au fait with guns, but I believe this was called a bolt action rifle. So you pull back this bolt and you shoot, and they can be magazine loaded, or you can individually load a round. And we're going to be doing individual loading of rounds because it adds tension. Can I get the bullet in the chamber before this thing attacks me? And here's the thing that attacks him. It's a massive bear. We need to put a gunshot here, I think, because otherwise this doesn't make any sense. The bear is about to attack again. He's getting the bullet in and shoots. We've now got a silhouette of the bear on the ground dead, and a man looking at our hero looking at the bear from the other side. We really want to establish the fact this bear is massive. This is like the biggest bear. Think of like the film Brave. There's a massive bear in that. That's what we're going for with this like horrific looking bear. And then we hear a snap behind him, and he pulls his gun, and there's a father and son, and they're also in orange. They're nothing to do with it. And now we see behind him what was the bear is now a man. And then our hero's going, what? So the ending is ambiguous. What I'm trying to sort of imply is there's two ways you can interpret this story. One, this guy was crazy and just shot a guy. Two, he's a werebear, and now our guy has killed the werebear, but he is now infected with the werebear lycanthropy type thing, and that's the interpretation I'm going for. But I think we need to sort of add some tension, because and I think it's probably going to be here. Yeah, we can probably put a page or something. Yeah, we'll do a page here, and we'll probably do is we'll insert a page where he hears a sound, although this could be repetitive or not. He could hear a sound, he goes to investigate, and it's something like a wood pigeon or a chipmunk or something. There's that sort of scene. You've seen it before in films like Predator. Spoilers for like a nearly 50-year-old movie at this point. There's a sequence in there where Dutch and his team sort of work out that it can see tripwires, so because they're made of metal. So they improvise all these sort of Boy Scout type of thing, twist vines and put bits of sticks on trees and really camouflage loads of like ordnance, and they're sort of sat in the camp, and something sets off a tripwire, and Bill Duke, Mac, who's played by Bill Duke, he goes off and chases down this whatever it is that's setting the tripwires off, and there's a knife fight, and there's like a silhouette of a knife in the dark with blood on it, and ungodly squealing sounds, and they get a torch on there, and it's basically a wild boar that's just got through the tripwires, and Duke's killed this thing. And they're like, oh gosh, it was just a pig. Ooh. And then a claymore goes off in the background, and suddenly the tension's right up again. It's like, oh my god, what's going on? And what's Jesse's character called? Whatever. Jesse the Body Ventura, his body has been taken by the Predator whilst they were doing all this, and now the tension's back up. He doesn't need to see the tripwires. This guy's using the trees. Dun dun dun. So that's what we're going to go for with this. I'm just going to sketch an idea. So basically, with this comic, we're not even thinking about script. We're not thinking about sort of, okay, let me rephrase that. We're not thinking about dialogue. We're thinking about what happens. Where can we get pacing? This is page 4, so it's really good to have a fake payoff on page 5 to put a cliffhanger in, so that we go to page 6, because this will now be page 6. Actually, we might put 2 pages in, so that we can have this on the end of page 7. And this will make it an 8-page story. So yeah, you seeing an artist doing maths there, so that's fun for everyone. Okay, so I'm just going to drop a page in here. I'm going to drop the opacity for this one down. I'm using this literally just so that I can crap. Okay, we're back. Sorry, iffy USB cable. I need to really sort of get some good USB cables. Sorry about that. So yeah, anyway, what I'm trying to do is use this as a sort of rough guideline, so I'm not going over the edge. And I will give it a colour. Something like that, maybe. Okay, let's minimize as much of this as possible. It's a round brush, roughly 40% opacity. That's a bit big. Make that a wee bit smaller. I'll go a wee bit smaller. Yeah, that'll do. Right. I'm just going to move just the mic for a second. There we go. So yeah, we've said that he's going to be sneaking over. So I'm just going to draw a border. This is roughly my workable area of the page. Okay. And we're back. Got a slightly a much more sturdier cable now, so yes. So what I want to happen is I want him to investigate something, get started by something, have something real behind him, and have him look. So I'm sort of working a little bit backwards this time, just a wee bit. I'm just going to drop the opacity of this down even more. So this is the shot, and I kind of want a wider shot at the bottom because I'm establishing the villain, the bear. I'm going to do it in silhouette. This guy, yes, eye lines. I do this thing. I didn't realize it was a thing, but I draw the I treat the eyebrow ridge around the cheek area as a sort of a domino mask, like Robin from Batman and Robin. And I just thought, oh, that's a cool thing. But apparently, there's a guy on YouTube called Rodigon the Artist, and he does a whole bunch of different videos about ways to draw the face, and this is one of his techniques. And I was like, wow. Sort of great minds kind of think alike, eh? Might have to increase the opacity on this one a little bit. Awesome. This is 4 pixels, that's hardly anything. Shocked. I'm trying to get something that looks like recognizable as the hunter from panel to panel, but I'm not really sort of losing any sleep over how accurate I'm actually making the drawing. I just want something to capture the expression, the sort of feeling. So it's this drawing is sort of very loose and sort of gestural. Maybe we'll put a bit of the barrel in there. I am not really bothered about making the most accurate sort of bear. What I want is I want a thick neck here. I want it to be wide, and I want the shoulders to be silent and sloping, and it gives this a real feeling of weight and mass. And you know, we can always sort of refine that. Essentially I'm just blocking an area. I'm saying this is where I want the bear to be, and maybe I should have like that. Probably a bit of a tree in the background there. If I go too Bob Ross, I apologise. But if you find that relaxing, then that's as intended. These pages have 3 tiers, so it gives me a setup, payoff, punchline sort of approach. You know, this and happened, and this and happened, and this and happened, and this is the page, and you can do it on a tier, you know, but this gives me some options. Okay, so we know what our last panel is going to be. It's the bear looming up. It's the bear composed almost entirely of scribble, looming up behind the hunter. The hunter isn't named, he's not called Zeke or Daniel or Gary or whatever. His name's not that important because it's what we've done is we've created a character and we've pitted him against a plot or against a monster in this respect. So the theme for this anthology submission is Beast, and so I might have told you this already. If I have, apologies. Looks like my bulky teeth, but it's not yet. Yeah, the theme. I'd written a script a while back about a man who encounters Sasquatch whilst out hunting, and Sasquatch absolutely beats the tire out of him. And he sort of takes it, he goes to contact a reporter to say, you know, I was attacked by Sasquatch. The reporter's like, yeah, alright mate, tell me, pull the other one that's got bells on. And then he sort of presents some real physical evidence, you know, what's it called, like fur. So he presents a handful of fur and say, you test that, guarantee you it won't be orangutan hair, it'll be something that you've not seen before. So and the reporter's in cahoots with like a secret government agency. Now I'm getting a mobile call. I'll just stop this again, we'll come back to it. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, sorry. Phone calls now. Cool. Today's shaping up to be a busy day. So yeah, it's right. We'll have some kind of big creature. Probably going to have to be some kind of, maybe a deer. Something that's big and make a rustle. So we'll go with that. So we'll start with him. Looking. I'm not familiar with how you hold a rifle, but let's go with that for now. So this is our guy who's looking into the tree, behind the tree. We'll have a shot where a deer comes belting past, so we'll just do maybe proportionally, I'm not sure, but I'm drawing this deer long hoof. back legs up. Now this leg forwards. I'll probably just bring that leg around. Something like that, maybe. This is all a bit gestural and it's a little bit loosey-goosey. What I'm trying to get is... we might end up changing this around a little bit, but... there's our guy. I'm not sure how you hold a rifle when you got it in one hand. I'm suspecting, no. Suspect you want to hold it there. There's your stock, maybe. Down. And what I'm going to do is grab the inside of this panel. Whilst it's fun, I'm going to rotate it a bit. I'm going to give myself a bit of a slant. Effectively, we're going for a sort of a Dutch angle. There we have some trees there, a bit more. I'll worry about the gun placement in a second. Maybe that. So we'll have this guy relieved, maybe a close-up. Yeah, we'll go close-up because then effectively we're pulling back the camera to show the shock. He's behind me, isn't he? And so there's the man's sort of cap. So dark. There. Like that, eyes closed. Not very good, but it's a bit rough. And ready? Right, we're going to put a couple of... we'll put a shot in here now. A reverse shot of this one. So he's leaning to the right, which means he's now leaning to the left here. There's the tree. There's the back of his hat. I'll just put a little bush there, and we'll put some dark shadows in here. There's a tree trunk. There's a tree trunk. There's the back of his jacket. So this is now our page 5. Which means that this becomes page 6. Which means that this now becomes page 7. You could cliffhanger to have it on. Which makes this page 8. So we've now not padded, but we've added some tension to sort of increase the runtime. So now we have this little sequence here where he gets back to camp, fixes his wounds, then here's a snap, clicks his gun, investigates. Investigates, see what's there, and gets startled by a deer. He's all a bit, oh, thank goodness for that, it's just a deer, and then the bear's behind him, and so now we might have to reframe this. No, what we need is a blam here. Seven and then 8. Okay, well, I think that's a pretty good refinement to the story. This video has gone on for quite a lot, and it's been a bit interrupted on numerous fronts with cable problems and phone calls and all sorts happening. But we managed to get something done. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll start drawing these panels up, and we'll start thinking about the dialogue. I've toyed with the idea of having him have a friend at base camp. Here. Toying him having a friend probably here, actually. Like a dead body here, sort of somewhere around here maybe. But in that wide shot, I'm not sure if we need it. Anyway, this is the Beast story that we're working on. Hope you found this interesting. Join us next time, dear viewer, when we'll have something completely different to look at. Alright, in the meantime, if you have a question, please put it in the comments, or send us a message any way you want to. Semaphore, carrier pigeon, instant message on Twitter or what have you. And if you've got a question about a comic or an idea or how to do a certain thing, let me know. I live for stuff like that. In the meantime, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will see you in the next video. Alright, take care now. Alright, bye.